Welcome to episode 3 of the Upper East Side Diaries. It's winter and I'm walking down the street. I'm not aiming for anything in particular, but I glance into the window of an Italian cafe on Madison Avenue, and it looks good enough to pull me in. So I step inside without overthinking it. I'm gonna head straight to the bar to order a quick espresso. The warmth of the room feels comfortable and makes me want to stay a while. There's a low hum of conversation, but nothing that takes me out of my headspace. It feels like the right place to pause for a moment. While I wait, I look around the room. People watching in a place like this is good because it reminds me of how many different lives are unfolding around me at the same time. Everyone has their own small story going on. Someone's reading, someone's waiting, someone's lost in thought. A couple are on a date. 2 people are talking to each other. It's steadying to sit in the middle of the motion without needing to join in it. My espresso shows up and I stir in the sugar, and everything around me fades into the background for a second. After a few minutes, I finish my espresso and I step back outside. The door closes behind me and the noise of the cafe fades. I start walking west off Madison towards 5th Avenue, and the mood shifts immediately. Madison has its own rhythm. There's shops and cafes and people moving with purpose. But once you turn into these side streets around 89th Street or 90th Street, everything slows down. The blocks feel wider, the sidewalks are calmer, and you hear more footsteps than traffic. The buildings here are residential, brownstones, pre-war apartments, little entrances with planters that somebody clearly tends to. There's a sense of order, and it's like a neighborhood that knows how to breathe. Even the air feels different. You can walk without rushing, and the street gives you permission to take your time. This stretch of the Upper East Side always shifts my mood. It's the kind of calm that sneaks up on you. One minute you're in the middle of a cafe with all the energy, and the next one you're on a block where everything feels grounded. It's a good reminder that a small change in direction can change the whole tone of your day. As I keep walking, the winter light hits the buildings in a way that makes everything feel a little softer. The stone fronts, the iron railings, the bare branches on the trees. They all look so beautiful in winter. There are fewer tourists heading to Central Park this time of year, and a lot of the residents are at their country homes. So the streets feel calmer, and the neighborhood's more open and quiet, and it gives the blocks a different kind of presence. Walking around the neighborhood, you notice doormen chatting, the glow from the apartment lobbies, and the way people move with purpose but without rush. The neighborhood is polished, but not in a way that's trying too hard. It's just the way the neighborhood is. And there's a sense of being slightly removed from the rest of the city, as if life runs on its own here, slow, and you slip into it without realizing. Another thing about the Upper East Side is that it's one of the few parts of the city that has stayed true to itself. While places like Chelsea or the Meatpacking District or Phi-Dye, they've reinvented themselves over and over. The Upper East Side has remained the same for many, many decades. It doesn't chase trends or try on new identities. It just continues being what it's always been, and there's something reassuring about that kind of consistency. I pass rows of buildings with classic stoops, elegant entrances, painted front doors, flower boxes in windows, and even in the colder months, there's a sense of care here. Someone swept the steps, somebody watered the evergreens and the planters, and it reminds me that even in the slower seasons, life just doesn't stop. It just moves differently. As I walk back up towards Madison Avenue, the streets open up again. There are more cafes and restaurants, and the streets are louder. I look into windows and check out the restaurants. And then I turn around to head back towards home. I keep my hands in my pockets and breathe in the cold air. and I let the city streets lead me forward at my own pace. Continue the journey by watching the other episodes of the Upper East Side Diaries. And if you enjoyed this, please go ahead and like and subscribe for more content. Thank you.